if you like this video, you like content like this, well, guess what? I make tons of videos like these. Go ahead and click subscribe, click that bell icon, and if you do like the vid, go ahead, like, and let me know by leaving a comment down below. Hello guys, and welcome back. Welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and in today's video, we are talking about The Mandalorian Episode 2. So, you want a non-spoiler review? Here it is. I thought the show was fantastic. It wasn't as good as the first episode, but it was a fun ride, and I absolutely loved it. I am having so much fun with The Mandalorian so far, so good. That is about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Bye. Okay, that's my non-spoiler stuff. If you are here, you're going to be watching for the spoilers. So, spoilers for episode 1 of The Mandalorian. And let's go ahead and talk about episode 2. Of course, spoilers for episode 2 as well. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. The Mandalorian episode 2. What did I think about it? I thought it was as good as the first. Like I said in the non-spoiler part, I am loving The Mandalorian. It is a lot of fun. So what do we have here? This is basically how the episode starts out. After getting the baby Yoda, he takes it back to his ship, and it ends up his ship is, torn apart by none other than, of course, the garbage collectors of Star Wars. Jawas have, of course, torn apart his ship, and I like what he does immediately. He goes for the blaster and starts trying to obliterate them. And it's really interesting because this is kind of the first time in Star Wars that we actually get to see this type of violence. And I'm just sucking up all of the fun from this. This is so cool. So, with his super amazing gun, he blasts them and they just obliterate into ash. It's not gory, it's not anything like that. He just shoots them and they turn to ash. They're obliterated. We had a lot of fun with that. We had a lot of fun with that. Of course, then they actually get on their sandcrawler and try to run away. He goes after them. Big, really cool scene. He tries to get to them when only he's shot down by him. He's only, of course, blasted, and he doesn't, of course he doesn't die. They just stun him, and he passes out. What I found funny was Baby Yoda. Every time something goes on, like, in the very beginning of the episode, before we even get to the ship, people attack him trying to get to the Baby Yoda, and we get little shots of the Baby Yoda, and it is so cute. It's just, hi. Hi. It is so darn adorable. I can't get enough of the Baby Yoda. Well, I hope the fact that I can't get enough of the Baby Yoda, because here's the thing. We're going to get a lot more of him by the end of the episode. So, it was just absolutely adorable when the Baby Yoda ate the frog thing. The fact that he swallowed it whole. Wow. That I was not expecting. That was funny. And then, of course, the Mandalorian goes to his friend, the little... I can't remember the name of the alien or the name of the guy, but he goes back to him. He's the little one, and he suggests we'll make a deal with the Jawas. The Jawas. Why am I saying Jawas? It's not a Jabba. It's a Jawa. He decides to make a deal with the Jawas to get his stuff back, and he specifically says they don't break. They steal. Everything they steal can be put back together. They don't just break you apart. Which is kind of interesting because that would mean the Jawas would know what a ship is like, what goes where in a ship, what parts are which, and how to split apart and how to sell it properly. That's actually pretty darn interesting that they know how to do that. So they go to, of course, the Jawas, and they don't like him because he disintegrated a couple of them with those blasts. And what do they decide to do? They decide to make a deal. The negotiations of that scene was very, very funny. Especially when the Mandalorian just got tired of them and tried to blast them again. He turned his flamethrower on and he tried to roast a couple of Jawas for dinner. I thought that was hilarious. What ends up happening is, well, they do eventually make a deal. You want all the parts? Well, you gotta go get us an egg. An egg. An egg? What egg? It turns out that there is a beast egg. Why do they want this beast egg? I'll get to that in a moment. The Mandalorian goes to get this beast egg, and what happens? The beast almost kicks his butt. In fact, it actually almost kills him when the little baby Yoda ends up saving his life with force powers. Which means it has been confirmed the baby Yoda has force abilities. This is pretty darn cool if you ask me. After that, he gets the egg, he brings it back, he gets the parts, they put the ship back together, and they fly away. So, that's the whole episode. Unlike with the first episode where so much happened, I couldn't even talk about some of the things. With this episode, it was a fun ride. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the scenes where there was almost no dialogue and you just watch it and you understand what's going on. I like storytelling like that. If you can do that with a movie, then that's interesting. I really enjoyed the show. I really enjoyed this episode. Did I enjoy it more than the first episode? I enjoyed it as much as the first episode. The whole spoiler about the young Yoda was amazing. And then, of course, him having force powers at the end of this one was just fun. But with that said, there's not much I can talk about this episode. That was the whole episode. Now, of course, there were certain moments in this episode that were really, really cool, and I really like the fact that we got to see the Mandalorian be really awesome and also show that he's not perfect by being defeated by Jawas of all things and yet kicking the big bounty hunters that were after the baby's butts. But to be honest with you, that is about it for the show. So what do you guys think of the second episode of The Mandalorian? I thought it was good. Was it amazing? It was good. It was a really good start. I enjoyed the baby Yoda. The baby Yoda is the best part of the show to me right now. And that's about all I can really say. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Bye.